So Dan Rumble, how are you?
I'm well.
Welcome to the UK and London.
Thank you very much.
How long are you here for?
I'm here for a week. Leave next Wednesday, but I'm also coming back to play a festival called Southern Sounds, so I'll be back for another week in a few weeks' time.
That's the one over in, is it Finsbury Park?
I've got no idea. I just saw the
Well, you're playing with a few awesome bands. What
yeah,
She Had,
I think another Kiwi band, I'm Giant, In Excess, I think it's the headline. I should know more details. I really should. I might Google it.
Google it. The best way of doing it. So how's it been so far? Have you seen much of the sights?
It has. It's been really, really cool. We've done big trips so far. I've been over to the States all around, and this is both Ben and myself's first time to London. Ben is my guitarist, so you can't see, he's off camera.
Yes.
Or can you? There he is. There we go.
Terrible lighting.
Yeah, it's our first time here, and you know, we were wowed by New York and we were wowed by LA, but London really takes the cake. Like, this place is impressive, and I think just the architecture alone is mind-blowing, you know. So
you must have, I mean, you're huge over in New Zealand and Australia. You know, it goes without saying you've had monster hits back home.
Yeah.
You must have quite a lot of support over here. I mean, a lot of, you know, ex-Kiwis or whatnot travelled over here and they're all supporting you over here?
I do. I get a lot of emails from people based in the UK who are like, when are you coming, what's going on, you know, when are you going to release music here? There's that Kiwi support all around the world, which is great. You know, I get a lot of emails and a lot of hits on Facebook and stuff, so it's, and especially here in London, like, I know there's, you know, I've got a stack load of friends that live over here, so at least when I play shows, there's going to be, you know, a good 15 to 20 guaranteed people that are going to be there.
We actually caught you last night. You played the Vibe Bar in Brick Lane. How'd that go?
Yeah, the show last night was great. It was a lot of fun. It was quite an intimate sort of setup, not the kind of thing that we've done in a while, but it was really fun, you know. I kind of, a lot of people turned out, to be honest. I didn't know what to expect. I don't know London, I don't really know what the deal is, and you know, I knew my mates were going to turn up, and that's pretty much all I knew about the gig, and no, it was fantastic. I had a lot of fun.
So you've, like we were saying earlier, you've had, you know, a number of singles over in New Zealand. You've also broken Australia now, and like you were saying, you're going to the States, etc.
Yeah.
So now you're about to master the UK. A lot of acts have failed with that. So what's your trick? What are you going to pull out the hat to make it happen?
That is a good question, and I mean, it's, the UK is a big market. I mean, the one thing I think I have going for me is the pop angle. I mean, in New Zealand, pop, it's a very rare thing to fly back home, you know what I mean? And so it was really quite tough, both there and in Australia. I think both the UK and Europe have such a huge pop scene. I think it's gonna, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna crack it or anything like that, but it's definitely easier for me to slip in and play festivals and do shows where that style of music's a little bit more acceptable, I think. But as far as cracking it, man, I'm over here like everybody else giving it a go.
Good. Aim high, mate. Aim high.
Yeah. All right.
So
we're cracking it.
If we go back to the release, you've had your singles over in New Zealand. You've even got your full-length record, The Experiment.
Yep.
But over here, you're releasing a 5-track EP. You've got a 5-track EP that you're promoting at the moment.
Yes, that's correct.
Can you give us an insight to that?
Okay, so the EP I'm releasing here, because the album The Experiment I released back home, coming up to 2 years now, we kind of figured there's no real point in trying to relaunch something that's now 2 years old, especially with the internet. You know, people can jump online. You know, half the people over here who know of me have already got the entire album anyway. So we figured we'd strip down the record a little bit, and we're just going to put out an EP, so it's more of a taster to my style of music. And then we're going to be releasing, so we've left Cruel off. I think Cruel is going to be the first track that we'll release here, and it's coming out in the US as well. And at the moment I'm working on a new album, so this trip has kind of been half promotional tour type trip, but it's also been a writing trip, so I've been working with amazing songwriters all around the States. Yeah, so it's pretty much just kind of leading into the new material that's coming up.
Which actually leads me to another question I had, is about Cruel, actually.
Oh yeah.
My favourite song, fantastic track. Why is it not on the EP?
EP. I think because it was the strongest single back home, I think as far as releasing the single was concerned, we wanted to do that separate from the EP. So put out the EP, people can buy it on iTunes, get a taste for it, then come out with Cruel, and then hit with new material and new record. That's the game plan anyway, according to the man.
Sounds like a good plan. So you had your gig last night in Brooklyn.
Yes.
When's apart from the festival gig, do you have any other headline slots?
Not over here. I mean, I'm heading over to Germany. I signed a deal over there with a track I wrote with another Kiwi artist called Jay Williams. So we're over there. We're doing a promotional tour around Germany. But I'm actually going to try and see if I can organise another show around the same time as the festival. There's nothing in concrete yet, but if anyone wants to follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Dane Rumble fans. As soon as if I can book something or if I can organise another show. If anyone's got any suggestions on where I should play, because I've got no idea. I mean, Vibe Bar was pretty cool, but I might try something different. Yeah, just hit me up, because I'm definitely keen to try and play as many shows and try and do as much as I can while I'm here, and give me another reason to come back.
Definitely. I'm sure you'll get lots of reasons.
Yeah, for sure.
The record, I mean the Full Length record, sort of intertwines pop with hip hop.
Yep.
You were a member of Fast Crew.
Yes.
For a number of years.
Yeah, so I was with a band called Fast Crew. We were together for the best part of 10 years. That was a really great introduction to the music industry for me back home, because over those years I made a lot of great connections, became really good friends with the guy who's now head of Warner's in New Zealand, who ended up signing I did a distribution deal with for my own music. It was we had a good run. We had a really, really good run. We released in Australia, toured Australia extensively for a couple of years. Then things did go sour. They did go sour, and but yeah, we had a great run, and then eventually it just led me into doing something on my own steam and trying something new.
Have you found the transition going from being in a collective to going solo an easy one, or has it been natural?
Yeah,
because you did bring the more pop
yeah.
sound to Fast Crew.
Yeah, you're right. I was kind of the pop element. I wrote the
Yeah.
pop hooks, and I did have that kind of sensibility. That was me that came through on the Fast Crew music. I think the transition was a natural one for me. I mean, Fast Crew was essentially Jeremy and myself. We were the main songwriters, and we kind of put most of it together, and everybody else came and did their bits on top. So, I mean, it was predominantly me and one other person that was doing the bulk of it. And so, moving on and doing it all myself, it wasn't a huge step. And as far as media was concerned, I was the one that was out doing all the interviews and all that kind of stuff as well. Anyway,
Yeah.
so it wasn't a huge step outside my boundary, but it was something that I was really enjoying, because I didn't have to answer to anybody. I didn't have to, second guess what I wanted to do. I just got to do exactly what I wanted to do. And as far as writing, as far as sounds, as far as production, just everything, I didn't have to ask anybody else. It was like, this is how I want to do it, and that's how I did it.
Sweet. So, I don't want this to come across in the wrong way at all, but I've got a serious question to ask you.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think we need to talk about your package. and what I mean by that, like I said, I don't want it to come across the wrong way. So obviously we know where our minds are at. So, but what I mean by package is the package of Dane Rumble.
Nice.
From the artwork to the videos, I mean they look like they all carry a pretty weighty price tag. So
yeah.
Do you have much involvement with the? Do you have control over your own image?
I do. I'm the creator of the package. I guess. Packaging, what a word. It was. I mean, back home, it's you got to do it yourself. You can't rely on anybody else. And the industry back home it's really small. Everybody's kind of helping everybody else out. I'm a graphic designer. I was a signwriter for a number of years as well, so I was heavily involved in all the graphic side of things. You know, Ivan, who shot all my videos, both him and I would come up with the concept, and so I was there every step of the way from beginning to end for all the videos. And yeah, and the package, I mean, it's interesting it being described as a package. I would just do things how I thought they needed to be done, and it wasn't me trying to put this thing together. It was just like, that looks cool, let's do that.
And it works.
Yeah,
it definitely works.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive. It's, you know, it's very striking. Everything that's involved with your package is very to the point. You know.
Yeah. I said you could ask a dirty question.
Hey,
you threw me.
I don't fail. So what's next? Where do you go to from here?
Okay, so I am working on new material at the moment. I spent a week out in Atlanta working with a songwriter called Manuel Seal, who's one of Universal's top songwriters. He's an amazing guy. Wrote 5 songs with him. I'm basically just working towards a new album, and I'm treating this process way different to how it was. You know, back home for the first record, I locked myself away. I had to work a 9 to 5, so it was after hours. I'd lock myself away in my spare room and just, go just hammer away at it until I finally get tunes together. This time, I'm collaborating with other songwriters just to get different ideas, and it's very inspirational. Like, I found writing back home by myself, I go round and round in circles. It would take me forever to write a song. It was very, very difficult. But now that I'm working with such incredible talent, you just get all these ideas thrown in the mix, and things just spark a lot quicker, and the songwriting process is much faster. So that's kind of what I've got on the go at the moment. I'll be working with a few guys over here. I go back home, and then I move to Sydney. Don't tell any Kiwis that. And then I'll be coming back. I'll be heading back to LA to do some more writing, and then Atlanta to do some recording. So
pretty busy then.
Busy, yeah.
Very busy. Are we going to get the album over here, or is it just going to be the EP and then new material later on?
I think.
Or are you going to see how it all goes?
We'll see how it goes. I mean, I haven't signed a deal here in the UK, so we're kind of just playing it by ear, I guess. I mean, if the music's out there, if anyone wants to find it, they'll be able to find it. Just sort of.
Right.